everybody, so now I'm gonna do some of the homework assignments with you. So let's go ahead and do one of these here. So you're gonna calculate a percent error, and you're also gonna calculate a percent difference. But let me just do the one of the percent differences with you. So let's double check. So we saw this before in the last lab. So to calculate the percent difference is going to be absolute value, ABS, of something divided by the average of something, so type AVE, and then times 100. And we want the absolute value of these two numbers, so 3.12 minus 3.1, and also we want the average of those same two numbers, so you can just click on it, and I guess here you can just drag it across. So that's the percent difference, but that is not quite the right answer. Percent differences have to be one significant figure, so really, once you've gotten a calculation, go ahead and delete that and round that to one sig fig. That's 0.6. So for all of these, once you get your values, make sure that you round the percent difference and the percent error to one sig fig. Okay, so here I'm going to also do number 3 with you, and I'm going to do the most challenging one. I'll do 3C with you. So here what you want to do is to rewrite 3C in standard error format. What that means is that the error has to be one sig fig, and the main number has to be rounded to the same decimal place as the error. So let's go ahead and write this down. So what you're given is minus 3.21 times 10 to the minus 19, and plus or minus 2.67 times 10 to the minus 20. So whenever there's scientific notation, before you can start rounding to one sig fig, step 1 is to make sure that both numbers have the same power of 10. So I'm going to convert the 10 raised to the 20 into negative 19. So the way I'll do that is, let's see here. So if I have 10 to the minus 20, and if I want to convert that to a 10 to the negative 19, I'm just going to raise it by 1. So multiply by 10 to the 1. But to keep everything balanced, I'm also going to multiply by 10 to the minus 1. And let me also go ahead and drop the number in front here. And once you've done that, you're just going to collect these two numbers, and the 10 to the negative 1, you're going to multiply by the number in the front there. So then this is going to become, let's see here, 10 to the negative 19, and now you have 2.67 divided by 10, so that's going to be 0.267. So now we have them both in the same power of 10, so let me just rewrite that. So you have minus 3.21 times 10 to the minus 19, and then plus or minus 0.267 times 10 to the minus 19. So now that they're both with the same power of 10, I'm just going to ignore that, and we'll just paste that at the end. So here, what we actually want to calculate is this. So we have minus 3.21 and then plus or minus 0.267. So from this step onwards, everything that I'm going to do, you're going to do for 3A, B, D, and E. It's just that for C, we have to do the power of 10 first, so I just wanted to do that with you. So now the steps I'm going to do are going to apply to all the other ones. So first thing is that this is the error, and it needs to be rounded to one significant figure. So rounding this to one significant figure, this is going to become 0.3. And now the 0.3, the error is in the tenths place. So that means that this number here also needs to be rounded to the tenths place. So when you round that to the tenths place, it's going to become minus 3.2. and that completes it. So what you have now is, if you write the full answer, this is going to be, well, just write this down. So what you have is 3.2 plus or minus 0.3. So the error is 1 sig fig, and this number has been rounded to the same decimal place as the error. And now going back to this problem, so these are the same steps that you're going to apply for A, B, D, and I believe and E. Alright, so now let's go back to this problem. So here we also have to put back the powers of 10. So we're going to write minus 3.2 times 10 to the minus 19, and then plus or minus 0.3 times 10 to the minus 19. And this is what we're going to enter into the Excel file. So let's see how to do that. So go ahead into 3C. So what we want to write for the first one is minus 3.2, and remember in Excel 10 raised to, that's a E, and minus 19. And then enter. And the other number is a 0.3 times 10 raised to, so E to the minus 19. So from there, you can just hit enter. So for the rest of these, you're gonna follow the same procedure. Round all these numbers to 1 sig fig, round all the errors to 1 sig fig, and then from there, round the values to the same decimal place as the error. Okay. All right. So now that was part 3. Part 4 is just like I showed you in the lab. You're gonna have to calculate the average of these two values, and also their errors using a standard deviation of the mean, so that we've already seen. And for this one here, this one is similar to this one, where you have a y division, so you'll have to decide what the error for these y tick marks are, the small division, also their error, and also the position of that arrow. What number does that correspond to? And you'll enter those values here. And after that, so here you'll just have to answer some homework questions. And actually here I'm going to help you out, because I believe we don't really need the last two during the lecture, but just in case you watch the whole lecture here, we don't really need to write all to do these last two here. Let me double check what these are. I believe this one is 100 and this one is a 1. So go ahead and enter these values for number 11 and 12 in the homework assignment. So this is a little bit more technical than we need. So these, I'm just going to give you those answers. So okay, so for the rest of the lab, you have everything that you need. Okay, everybody, so good luck. And if you have any questions, please let me know.